Renovations can be messy, but great design is worth it. I'm Haley Jade, a designer with big ideas and a team to make them happen. Ready for a change? You need Just A Little Reno. Once the dust settles, my favorite part begins. Dressing a space infuses it with personality. Light, color, and texture create character. The home we've been building is given life, one it will share with my friend. This marks the end of my job, but the beginning of a new chapter for Brittany. It's time for her to come home and start that story.
Hello. Hi. Shut up.
I have been waiting for you to see this.
Waiting weeks for the project to be done wasn't easy. It took a lot for me not to drive over here and try to peek through the windows to see what was going on, but I stayed strong and it was definitely worth the wait.
You notice anything different?
Everything's different. I mean, I don't think anything's the same in this house.
I know. So first, we need to talk about this entry wall. The trim is gone, and then we got rid of that dust collector at the top. So now it goes straight up, and I love it because it brings your eye up like we were talking about doing.
100%.
I love it. And then also, we've obviously got the new banister.
I love that the orange has been removed from the banister. It looks so clean and so nice.
Seeing Brittany's reaction to the space makes it all feel so worth it. It's so cool taking her around the house and getting to tell her the backstory around all the work that went into each room. Do you notice this opening here, how much taller and wider it got?
Oh my gosh, how did you do that?
The guys were able to work their magic. We brought it up and we brought it out a little bit, so now you can see the living room when you enter, which is great because we were worried about stealing that space for the kitchen, but this opened it up so much more, and it honestly feels bigger than it was before.
I couldn't believe that they were able to open up the door frame into the living room. I didn't know something like that was possible, and it just enhanced the space. Wow.
Is it beige enough for you?
I don't think this could be any more sad beige. This is a dream come true. This looks like all my Pinterest board dreams. To the naysayers for sad beige homes, I mean, I love a sad beige home, so that's on them. I wouldn't change a thing about this house.
So we continued the flooring throughout, so now instead of walking on 5 floors so far, we've only got the 1.
And it's only 1 all the way through?
Yes, all the way through.
That's incredible.
And then we actually were able to do a custom beam that matched the floor. So we boxed in the original beam, and then obviously we've got this nice new light fixture here.
It matches perfectly. Like, this is all so stunning. I'm just gonna come in here and stare at it.
Good, that's the hope. As a designer, a lot of my time goes into it before the project even begins. So seeing it today with Brittany is almost like I'm seeing it for the first time in a way. And every time I look somewhere at some details that I picked out weeks ago, I'm now getting to see it all together, and it's very exciting. Unfortunately,
oh, our little vents are still here.
we were not able to move the vents.
But now they're not such an eyesore. I don't know why they were painted black before.
No, and like I said before, I mean, paint and flooring goes a long way on a project, but that's not the focal point anymore. I want to show you the real focal point. Let's look at the fireplace. Here we have the new focal point of the room. So you remember, we had that old tile with the orange wood mantle.
Oh, how could I forget? I think about it all the time. I see a mantle, I want my sledgehammer back, I want my pink hard hat back.
I knew that incident was gonna change you.
It has.
But I hope that you don't take a sledgehammer to this one for a while.
Oh no.
This was actually custom made around this limestone that we picked out. And this was kind of the holdup that kind of pushed things back a little bit, but it was so worth it, I think.
Oh yeah.
And it turned out so nice.
I am over the moon, and I can't believe the transformation that the fireplace made. I wouldn't know where to start or even know what to pick for a fireplace, but Haley knew the exact things to do and how to make that a beautiful focal spot for the entire living room. It really ties the entire house together, and I couldn't be happier. Wow, it looks huge in here.
Doesn't it look so much bigger?
Yeah.
I think that we obviously didn't touch the size of the room, so I really think that bringing that paint in here and brightening the space up and continuing the flooring again really just made it feel bigger.
Yeah.
And you'll notice too, you know, we changed out the trim. and we painted the trim because it was orange too.
No more orange.
Which I think really did brighten up the space and make it feel bigger.
It does.
And you'll notice too, we continued that beam.
I love it.
And a new light fixture. And then I think this kind of helped us too with just making this room. We got the bigger bed in here. We have a lot of symmetry going on with the nightstands and the lamps and that artwork.
It looks so cozy and it just makes it a space that I want to live in. Before it was a little dark, a little not feeling like home.
Right.
And this is just such a beautiful space.
Good. I have kind of a surprise for you.
No, you don't.
Something I think you'll also want to spend a lot of time in.
Okay.
Let's go see it.
I can't believe how much bigger the master bedroom feels. It seemed, again, just like a small space, just with a little bit of furniture and those transformational pieces that Haley spoke about, like the paint and the floors. It's brand new. You did not.
Okay, so I know originally we weren't going to really touch this room.
No.
But we ended up bringing the flooring in, so I figured it just kind of snowballed from there.
Yeah.
And you've never had a home office.
I've never had my own office.
So I figured this is a perfect time. And you got this nice new executive desk. Why don't you give it a little try?
Okay. Don't have to tell me twice. Stop. I'm obsessed with it. It's perfect.
Okay, good. Let's go see another space that I think you're gonna love.
Okay.
And was also kind of a surprise.
Another surprise?
Another surprise.
Okay.
Let's go.
I was so surprised to see what Haley did with the office. I mean, that is so like her to take a space and really run with it. So I'm so appreciative that she took the time to think about me and find pieces that really speak to who I am so I can have a beautiful space to work in.
All right, and here we have your brand new laundry room.
Stop, it's so cute.
Okay, good, I'm glad you like it. I know it's not that exciting, kind of like an office, you know, it's your first home, so I just wanted the spaces where you're gonna be adulting on your own for the first time, really, to be comfortable and cozy, but hopefully you don't spend too much time in here.
Hopefully not, but I love the sink. I think that's so cute. It's so nice, and you even have our hard hats in there.
And now I really want to show you the space where I think you're gonna spend the most time.
All right.
Let's go see. With every project comes some setbacks, and we had a couple minor ones here. The beam almost not fitting in place, the fireplace taking longer than expected, a little bit of a water issue with the laundry room along the way. But these things happen, and as long as you have good communication and a really good crew that can work through things, I think you can get through them, and hopefully you won't have to open up your wallet.
Wait a second. This looks like there's more space than there was before.
So, since we had the engineer here already to open up that wall in the foyer, we actually had them open this up too. So we took that side back a little bit and up. So this whole entry is open now. And it helps because we got some space with the fridge. Remember, it used to come out to like here.
Yeah, you couldn't miss it.
You had to shimmy on by. So now we've got that added space and this added space. So the whole thing just feels a lot bigger. We were able to get rid of that big microwave.
Oh, I hated that thing. It had to go.
Which was a big thing that you didn't like above the stove. But we just had them make this custom to fit into the existing cabinets and then put a recirculation vent in here. Okay, now check out these new countertops.
These are gorgeous. I love it.
So we went with that quartz that we chose, and we ended up taking it all the way up and using it as the backsplash.
I really like that because there's not a lot of backsplashes that I like or love, and I love how clean this looks. Just one full piece.
Yeah, it's very cohesive, very pretty, and you get all this marbling and veining to go up to the wall too.
These counters are insane. But one thing I noticed, are these still the same cabinets?
We talked about from the beginning that sometimes repurposing cabinets, although it's a lot more cost effective, it does take some time.
Oh yeah.
So they went through a lot of process to get rid of that grain and cover the orange that was peeking through. but I think it turned out so perfectly. You really can barely see the wood grain in it anymore.
No, not at all. I am so in love with this kitchen. I can't believe the transformation it went through and just how much bigger the space is. It felt so crammed before, and now it feels open in the perfect spot to have friends over and create memories.
So we added some seating, and then obviously that view into the living room like we were talking about. And then we also got a nice little dining area here for you guys. And this space really didn't need much, but we got the new light fixture, some new furniture, and we added some more seating. So hopefully when you can host and have people in your new home, it's so exciting.
It is really exciting. I can't believe that I get to live here. That is just, it feels like a dream. It does not feel like this is a space somebody gets to live in. It feels like a movie set.
It's moments like this that remind me why I love what I do. Just a few weeks ago, this was ideas in a notebook, and now it's Brittany's reality. And the smile on her face means one thing: I chose the right crew. My team didn't have the luxury of time on their side, but they had talent, and it shows through in every detail.
Mike really had his hands full with this project. He was working with a tight timeline. He knew that the baby was coming soon, but he was able to pull it all off, all while managing other projects that he works on. He did such a great job. So now that it's over, how was the process for you? How are you feeling?
I mean, I couldn't be more happy. This place is stunning. It's more than I ever would have dreamed. I can't wait to be able to use this space, to live here, to make memories here. I think it's gonna be amazing.
I'm just so excited to come here in a few months and just see how it's going, see you live in this space. It's such an exciting time.
As a first-time homeowner, it was a really scary process, finding the house, figuring out all the pieces with a mortgage, and doing a renovation like this isn't something that's easy, but being able to do this transformation before we even lived in the space just made me all the more excited to live here and make this house a home.
It's so important to take a space and really make it your own, and I'm so glad we were part of that process for Brittany. Now it's her time to take it and add her own finishing touches and really make it her own.
It never ceases to amaze me how something that seems impossible, like renovating an entire home in just a few weeks, actually comes together. Of course, it doesn't happen by accident. The secret? A solid plan, clear communication, and a seriously talented, hardworking crew. Sure, we had to navigate a few surprises along the way. When don't we?
It's got headers in it?
But honestly, that's what makes it fun. And sometimes it turns out even better than what we planned in the first place. Thanks for watching and sticking with us through all the dust and drama. We'll see you next time on Just a Little Reno.